how can we find
4 times 4 plus 5 times 5 equals
4 squared plus 5 squared, take the square root. What do we get?
6.4.
6.4. Okay, great. How can I do this now?
Now you gotta find. Now you gotta do
Emma,
the negative 10.
There's too many people talking. Emma.
If you want to find the measuring, you can do the opposite over the
Opposite and adjacent, which would be tangent inverse of 4 over 5. And what do we get?
38.7.
So this is 38.7. And then how can I find that one easily? 90 minus 38.7. Or just 90 minus 38.7. 51.3. Okay. Today is all about using our sine, cosine, tangent stuff, all of our operations, and solving word problems with them, basically. Okay? So there are two angles that you need to know. Angle of elevation and angle of depression. So, when we think angle of elevation, if you are a person and you are looking up, this is your angle of elevation. Okay? Elevation goes up. That's the way I remember that one, right? You gain elevation, you go up. So if you're a person and you're thinking about your line of sight, the angle of elevation is how far you're looking up. Okay? The angle of depression. Okay? Let's say you're standing up here. It's the angle that you're looking down. Elevation.
When you're depressed, you're
down. You're down. You're going down. Alright? So we have the angle of elevation and the angle of depression. And if we look at it all on this, right, our angle of elevation would be this angle, and our angle of depression is that angle. Does anyone need more time? Okay. So, at the circus, a person in the audience at ground level watches the high wire routine. A 5'6" tall acrobat is standing on the platform that is 25 feet off the ground. How far is the audience member from the base of the platform at the angle of elevation from the audience member's line of sight to the top of the acrobat is 27 degrees. So, when in doubt,
draw it out.
Draw it out. So,
5'6". 25.
Here's our person. No, you're going to have to look around if you can't find any. Sorry. Okay, so, stop talking, guys. Here is our person. Do we know how far away the person is? From? No. Okay. Do we know how tall the first platform is? Yeah, so if we add them both together, if we include the person on the top, I feel like I'm talking to like half of you and half of you are not listening right now. Or maybe one of you is listening. That's what I felt like. Okay. 25 is from here to here, and then our person is 5 feet 6 inches tall. Let's turn that to a decimal. What would that be as a decimal? 5.5. So 25 plus 5.5 is, so this would be 30.5 feet, the whole thing. What else do we know?
That's the angle of elevation is 27 degrees.
Inside the angle of elevation here is 27 degrees. Can I find x? How am I going to find x? How can I find the distance?
You're going to teach us right now.
No, you guys know this.
Yeah, we do it. This is what
You know this.
we do.
Opposite and
So, we do
adjacent.
Okay,
So tangent. Fletcher, please leave and come back with a better attitude. I can't handle it anymore. Tangent of 27 equals opposite, which is 30.5 over x. Now, when x is on the bottom, what do I have to do? Okay, multiply by x, multiply by x. So then we have x tangent of 27 equals 30.5. How am I going to solve for x? Divide by tangent of 27. divide by tangent of 27. So when you actually plug this into your calculator, it's 30.5 divided by tangent of 27, and we get 59.9. So it's 59.9 feet away. So the only thing new that we're learning this section is like how to draw it out really, and to draw it out correctly. And so a lot of it is just making sure we can draw it out because you already learned opposite over adjacent, we're going to use tangent. Okay. So you're going to give it a try. So this time it gives you different information. Give it a try. If you need to use your table mates, go for it, and then we'll go over
Does
it.
anyone have a marker?
Yeah, we did. Oh gosh.
Hey.
I don't know what's happening.
Shh. Negative 400.
I don't know what's happening. Stop. Okay, stop.
You didn't select an answer.
I'm gonna keep on.
Did I not?
It doesn't show there's a correct answer. I think that's why.
Oh, I answered yes.
It's already
Huh.
a C, right?
I don't know what the answer is off the top of my head, but this is gonna drive me
You guys
crazy.
are all just solve it together.
Okay, so let's do it all together. We need to read this very carefully and set it up. So at a diving competition, a 6-foot tall diver stands atop a platform that's 32 feet. So our diver is 6 feet tall, our beautiful diver. And then our platform is what?
38.
38. 32.
No, it's 32.
It's 30.
Total.
30. This platform is 32. The whole thing total is
Yes.
38.
Yes.
Okay. The front edge of the platform projects 5 feet out towards to the end of the pool, and the end of the pool itself is what? So the end is 50. So what is this length?
45.
45.
45. Because the diver would be standing out on the platform. Okay. So the actual length. So the divers, right? The pool goes to here, but there's a diving board. So the diver is 5 feet out. So this actual length is 45. Okay. A camera set up at the top. Sorry. A camera set up at the opposite end of the pool, even with the pool's edge. So here's our camera. If the camera is angled so that its line of sight extends to the top of the diver's head, what is the camera's angle of elevation to the nearest degree? So what's x degrees? Okay, so you had to be really careful with that one because that 5-foot platform brings us out a lot. So now we know we have to use 38 and 45. So we have opposite over adjacent, which goes with what?
The inverse of tan.
Inverse of tan, because we're trying to find the inside, which would be the inverse of tan. The opposite is 38 over 45. Which gives you 40.1 degrees, which is 40 degrees if rounded to the nearest degree. Okay? So be careful with the way you draw it out and set it up. All right, more practice. So Maria is at the top of a cliff and sees a seal in the water. The cliff is 40 feet above the water, and the angle of depression is 52. What is the horizontal distance from the seal to the cliff to the nearest foot?
Okay, people, we got 40 feet.
So it doesn't. If it doesn't tell you, then it doesn't matter. Okay. So Maria,
Can you move your arms?
Sorry.
you all are really annoying.
It was a long weekend.
Okay. Maria's at the top of a cliff and sees a seal in the water. Okay, here's our seal.
Nice.
If the cliff is 40 feet above the water, and the angle of depression is 52, you have to be really careful with angle of depression.
Oh, that's where the Maria is.
The angle of depression is from your line of sight, looking down. So 52 degrees is this one.
Wait.
How do you?
Angle of depression. Think about where your eyes are, and then if you like were to draw a line down, it's this part. But do we make a 90-degree angle? Yes. So what is this one going to be? 38. So that degree is actually 38. You have to be really careful with the angle of depression. It's the horizon looking down.
Oh, so that's pretty easy.
Okay?
Well, I guess that's just
It's just, yeah, that's the way it works. And then what is the horizontal distance from the seal to the cliff? So I'm going to be using, well, do I know what this is? This degree?
opposite.
Yeah, so I know this is 90, or I could just use this angle and do opposite over adjacent. So tangent of 38 is equal to x over 40 times by 40. So 40 tangent of 38 is, to the nearest foot, 31 feet. 31 feet away.
31 feet.
All right, give it a try.
Okay, people, hot air balloon 30 feet above
Is
the
there
ground.
correct?
Handle this. I don't know what's I don't know.
There's the ground.
We'll find out. That's driving me crazy though.
Yeah, I knew
Nice job. So Louisa is in a hot air balloon. Whoa.
Whoa.
Louisa is in a hot air balloon 30 feet above the ground. She sees the landing spot at an angle of depression of 34 degrees. What is the horizontal distance between the hot air balloon and the landing spot to the nearest foot? So be careful with your angle of depression here. That's what everyone messes up on. So then what is this one?
56.
56 degrees. What can we use? Opposite and adjacent. So the tangent of 56 equals x over 30 times both sides by 30. So when you plug it in, 30 tangent of 56 is 44.5. No, 44.4. So we round to the nearest foot. So 44 feet.
Sharky boy.
Sharky boy.
Are those dolphins? No.
Vernon is at the top deck of a cruise ship and observe.
Dolphins.
I'm like kind of done teaching you guys today. Okay. Vernon is at the top deck of a cruise ship and observes two dolphins following each other directly away from the ship in a straight line. Vernon's position is 154 meters above sea level. The angle of depression to the two elephants are 35 and 36. Find the elephants.
Where's the ship?
Where did elephants come from? Oh God.
Sea elephant.
Find the distance between the two dolphins to the nearest meter. This is a more advanced problem. You could see this on your test in forms of a bonus question, but maybe not as a regular question. So what are we looking for?
JK.
That distance. Okay, we're trying to find the distance between the dolphin elephants.
Is it trying to show like the axis with the water in the background?
I don't know what it's doing. Maybe
I thought those are like below.
well, this is maybe how like the deeper level. I don't know.
Yeah, exactly. That's like
Nice.
it looks like the boat is sinking.
Okay, so the way you're gonna do this is you're gonna find the bigger triangle, and then you can find the smaller triangle, and then just subtract it. So what degree would I use for this bigger triangle in this area?
35.
No.
Plus 35.
90 minus
55.
35. Okay, so 90 minus 35 is 55. Okay, so then this is x. So tangent of 55 equals x over 154. So 154 tangent of 55 would give us this whole thing would be 21 219.9. And then I would use what for the next one? Tangent of 36. So 90 minus 36 is 54 equals x over 154. So 154 tangent of 54 is 211.9. So subtract them. 219.9 minus 211.9 would be 8. So they're 8 feet away. 8 meters away. Okay, give it a try. Last one. Okay, so,
Wait. Second round.
alright.
I thought I
No.
Madison is standing here on her balcony that is 15 feet tall. She sees a car here and a car here. Okay? Her angles of depression are 17 and 31. So you've got two triangles going on. The car further away will be less because you're not looking down as far, right? So 17 and 31. Find the distance between the two cars to the nearest foot. So again, you find the big one, the small one, and you can subtract to find x. So how am I going to find it for the big one? 90 minus 17. So 90 minus 17 is 73. So her first one is going to be 73 degrees, and then x over 15. So tangent of 73 equals x over 15. So we're going to do 15 tangent of 73 is 49.49. Fine, because we're rounding to the nearest foot. Okay? And then what am I going to do for the second degree?
You're gonna do the same thing, but with
90 minus 31. So instead of 73, we're going to do 59. So it's going to be 15 tangent of
and it's like
59
turns out.
is 24.96. So then 49 minus 24.96
equals 24.
is 24. If you count. Okay? You need to know the difference between depression and elevation, and that is it for the day.